as the U.S. government shutdown continues, so do cancellations and delays at airports all across the country. The Federal Aviation Administration says a shortage of air traffic controllers forced them to cut thousands of flights last week, 10% cut by week's end. So take a look at this. We like to show this to you because these are the pain points on the map where you're traveling. It's called the FlightAware Misery Map. So you travelers out of Chicago, New York, and Boston feeling the lion's share of the impacts right now, but nowhere is it comfortable. Earlier today, the president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association had this to say.
Air traffic controllers and other aviation safety professionals we represent have now received two $0 paychecks, 41 days without pay. Controllers continue to show up and step up, despite working full-time during the shutdown and in many cases mandatory overtime. Controllers continue to show up and step up for the American flying public and for each other.
Well, on social media, this happened. President Donald Trump weighed in on the absence of some air traffic controllers. He says all air traffic controllers must get back to work now. Anyone who doesn't will be substantially docked. He went on to say in full shortly into the future, I am not happy with you. Just moments ago, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy echoed the president's comments. He posted on X saying, quote, air traffic controllers need to show up for work. To those who have worked throughout the shutdown, thank you for your patriotism and commitment to keeping our skies safe. He went on to say he will work with Congress to reward their commitment. So a lot to break down here. Let's go live to CBS News national correspondent Meg Oliver. You join us from Newark International in New Jersey. So what's the flying public telling you on a Monday there, Meg?
Reed, good to be with you. They are telling me that they are not happy. Everyone that I have talked to today was supposed to fly out yesterday. Newark is one of the hardest hit airports with significant delays and cancellations, along with Atlanta, Boston, and Phoenix. I met Marie Hopkins a short time ago. She's trying to get to Rome for her 50th birthday. She spent 13 hours at the airport in St. Louis yesterday before finally arriving here at Newark at midnight. Here's what she had to say when I asked her how she was feeling.
I'm very tired, exhausted, and so we're here early. Our flight's supposed to leave about 5 today. We're hoping it works.
I mean, can you kind of paint a picture of what that was like yesterday?
Mass chaos. It was just mass chaos. Sitting in chairs for like 13 hours, tired, no food, just feeling a little bit lost. Our baggage is here. Luckily that we prepped just in case, so we had enough stuff, toiletries and stuff in our carry-on, but our check bags are somewhere here in Newark. We don't know.
And so what is your message? What do you want the government to know?
That this is affecting all of us. I mean, everybody got affected, and there was a lot of elderly that were affected, that were lost. Some people didn't have the funds for these hotels. We will have travel insurance. We'll get it back. I'm fortunate enough to have that, but there was so many people. One lady didn't know where to go. She didn't have the money.
People are stressed, they're tired, they're exhausted. This has been a long weekend if you were traveling. She arrived at Newark today 5 hours before her scheduled flight to Rome. As of right now, it is scheduled to take off on time. We shall see. But this problem is going to continue until the government resolves this shutdown. As you mentioned earlier, Reed, they're going to continue to cut flights up to 10% by this Friday.
Wow. Okay. And really, she punctuates something that's so important. I never get travel insurance. I should. Everybody else probably should as well. What are some other tips that we're hearing that could help travelers out there who may be, just like her, stuck in an airport for hours?
Hours. I mean, 13 hours. Can you imagine? That happened to my mom yesterday, too. She was trying to fly home from Santa Barbara to Raleigh. She only made it to Denver. She just got out of about an hour ago. She didn't get flight insurance either, but I do know that she was able to rebook her flight without any change fees. It's the best advice is to make sure you have contingency plans, or maybe look at driving with the upcoming holiday weekend, taking the train, taking alternate routes of travel, because at this point it's just not reliable to be getting on a flight. You just don't know. Things are changing by the minute.
Wow. Well, thank you for keeping us updated, even though it's not great news on a Monday. Meg Oliver, thank you so much. Newark Airport, we salute those who are there working so hard.